From the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Cassie Heiter.
We're going to have some rain to talk about and timing of that coming up. But first, we got to take a look back.
This weekend, so many folks showed up to meet our weather team. Our storm trackers got there early. Cassie, I heard that you just stayed in one of the Bob Mills beds overnight.
That would have been
You were that excited.
Ready to meet all the
beds.
early arrivers.
The whole weather team was out there. We had our storm trackers, and we had Jim Gardner and Bob Mills Sky News 9, so the helicopter was there, and we had all the storm chaser trucks, which are always so fascinating. But yeah, we had a ton of people, and people were waiting in line for over a few hours. So that was incredible to see. And the first 100 people got winter weather preparedness kits. So that was amazing.
Roadside safety kits probably going to be important this
Exactly.
winter.
Yes. I mean, we're gearing up for it. David's obviously going to have his winter weather forecast on Wednesday night at 10. So we're definitely going that direction. That things are going to get colder.
If people miss this meet and greet, there's going to be another one in the near future. We'll make sure you know about that.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of those throughout the year. But the first holiday coming up, Thanksgiving.
It's right around the corner.
Next week.
And it's close enough that you can start to pinpoint what it's going to look like.
We definitely can at least look at what we typically see, and we can also look at some model data can go that far, but typically when you go out past even just really a few days, so much can change from now until then. So we're going to fine tune this obviously as we get closer and closer, but typically on a normal Thanksgiving day, usually about that time of year, highs are in the upper 50s and overnight lows are down in the mid 30s. So that's normal. But the coldest Thanksgiving that we've ever had, that was back in 1993, also back in 1919 when we got down to 28 degrees. But the snowiest, so it's not a big snow day for us by any means, that was all the way back in 1968 where we had 1.4 inches. But so far this year, looking at the latest data from earlier this evening, right now it looks like it's going to be windy. It looks like it's going to be dry, but it also looks pretty cold with temperatures in the 40s. So eventually things are going to get pretty chilly from here on out. But over the past several days for the month of November so far, we've been pretty warm. We've had a few days in there where temperatures did not really make it out of the 50s and low 60s, but we had lots of 70s and 80s. So far, we're about 5 degrees above normal. Right now, it's pretty cool, but not terribly cold. This is our Integris camera, part of our Lucky Star Skycam network. We're at 50 degrees. We've got a wind out of the south-southeast, only at 3 miles an hour. So the wind is very, very light. So no wind chills to be concerned about for this evening, but some upper 40s, low 50s across the northwest. And that's kind of the same scenario across much of the state. We have some low 40s kind of mixed in here and there. Certainly a lot colder out in the panhandle, but yes, it's a very light wind generally coming in out of the south and southeast across Oklahoma. But just kind of looking at the big picture, we've been watching all the rain across Texas, and some of this is starting to kind of wind down quite a bit. Wouldn't be surprised if we still get maybe a few sprinkles in far southeast Oklahoma, probably around McCurtain County or so overnight tonight, but that's it. It's really not going to amount to a whole lot if you do get anything down there anyway. But the rest of the week is certainly looking very quiet. I think we're going to be back in the 60s and 70s for at least the next few days. We do have a cold front on the way. That's going to arrive sometime Thursday night into early Friday morning. So Friday afternoon will be cooler, but it's not going to be cold. This weekend by Saturday, temperatures make it back into the 60s. By the time we get into Saturday night into Sunday, we've got our next storm system on the way. So it looks like we could see rain as early about Saturday night, but most of that rain coming in on Sunday, and that could linger all the way through about early Tuesday morning. Behind it, though, it looks a lot colder, again, with temperatures dropping down into the 40s, and that's sticking around for a while. For tonight, there could be some patchy fog, mainly in western and northwest Oklahoma, that could develop by early tomorrow morning. So that's something to watch out for. But the rest of us, it looks like low 40s, maybe a few passing clouds and a light wind across central and eastern Oklahoma. Now, eventually that one's going to pick up a little bit more out to the west. But tomorrow afternoon, temperatures back in the upper 60s and low 70s, and not a lot of wind in central and eastern Oklahoma, but we're going to have quite a bit of wind. It's going to be a little bit more breezy across the west, but 70 in Woodward, about 71 in Alva, 70 in Clinton, 70 tomorrow afternoon in Lawton. Wednesday afternoon, a light wind for pretty much everyone with highs back in the upper 60s and low 70s. Then by Thursday, it's going to be very windy, but it still looks very warm. Upper 60s, low 70s, so that doesn't really change. But the cold front comes in Thursday night. We do drop down into the low 60s for Friday, but that rain should move in Sunday and into Monday. Colby, back to you.